isn't a plan in place.
You did actually mention that on the seminar that every person must know each cent. Where is it going? How is it circulating? And all that. Do you believe in the power of assets? How do you? Yeah. Like, give me. Okay, so I'll give you my financial trajectories, like which lane I'm actually moving on. So when I was, like you said, these things are not taught at school. So when I went out of my way to actually read and acquire more information, I then concluded that I'll actually follow this lane, which is make money, like have an earning stage, and I passed that where I can actually make money. And I realized I'm like making it, it's now becoming something that's quite easy. But the hard part, which I struggle with, is multiplying it. And that's where I meet the concepts of assets and all that. And then I'm slowly like overcoming that battle with buying assets, since buying assets, it's actually harder than buying a liability, like emotional and psychological. Like if you, for instance, buy a beautiful car, your emotions are like, oh, Mike is gonna see you and all that. But if you have to buy this sparky that you're gonna be used to collect the waste in the community, you're like, oh God, that's a lot of work. You know what I mean? So now I'm actually getting myself used to do these hard things that are actually gonna multiply my money. And now like the third one, the second one was to keep it. You keep it in order to get to the third one, which is multiplying. You understand what I mean? So you make it, you keep it, and then you buy assets, multiplication. So I'm there keeping it. Well, it was a battle as well. And now I got to the point where I want to multiply it. And that's where I'm going. Like on your side, you speak about budgeting. How do you multiply your surplus?
I think if I will go into, I can use personal like example, but one thing that's vitally important is you must understand also that where you are in your life is different to where someone else is. That's quite crucial because there's certain things that, again, this is a personal opinion. There's certain things that I feel have to be in place before we can start looking at buying assets.
Okay, tell me about those things.
The emergency,
Yeah.
or even the fact that like it again, like what is your vision that you have for your life? Like, and the vision can there's like, I want to say, ultimate like vision of when you say you reach whatever your ideal financial freedom is. But for now, for instance, like for my wife and I, it's having enough liquid cash that if something major goes wrong, we do not have to worry about it. So that's like the vision that we have now. So that's the thing that we are working towards. And then from there, like my wife is super adamant on, she's like, listen here, when are we doing property? She's like, when is this gonna happen? Because she would love to start that. So then like that's like, okay, then I say, well, that is then the second I want to say step. Our first thing is first that we can provide her and myself a good sense of security that if something goes wrong, we know we've got liquid cash available. And that from there, we then say, okay, that is set in place. Now the next journey starts. And then we say, how are we going to do properties, for instance? It's just one of the things. How are we going to do property in the best manner possible? Set up companies, look at what structuring you need to do. How can you get tax benefits? You understand? Then that starts coming into play. So if I sit with someone and there's usually a lot of other things that we need to first try figure out and handle and get, a hold and grip of before it's let's start investing. Whether it's a good idea or even whether they have the money for it or not. Because you spoke like about if you buy a new car, how you feel. So the psychology of money is a very, very real thing. So take an example on payday. 99% of people are ecstatic.
Mm.
On the 19th to the 25th of a month, people are terrified because it's like my money is 10 to 1 finished.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, there's two major emotions that you feel in a month. Like, too much of something is not good. So how are we going to find the right thing during this time period? And like for me, it's like I want peace from the first till the end of the month, from the first